first, before I start the video, and I was thinking about this after while I was editing the video, is I wanted to show you where I got my mod pack. I did not download a Feed the Beast server or application from the internet. I actually used something different, and it's actually called Curse. And what this Curse client is the way I see it, it is a type of Skype for gaming specifically. You can't video call, I don't believe. Or you might be able to, I'm not sure. But it's a kind of chat room for gaming parties. But it has a section dedicated to Minecraft and all of its mod packs, which I find to be absolutely amazing. I personally don't have that many. I like small things or like very big mod packs. But this is where I found Sky City, and all you have to do is click here. You'll go to Sky Factory. You have Feed the Beast Inventions, Feed the Beast Presents Direwolf 20, Journey to the Core, and it's just, the list goes on and on and on and on. And they're so easy to download too. Like all you have to do is, okay, Starving Craft. No. Let's find one that I would actually enjoy playing, or some. Ooh, official PokeCube mod pack. Okay, let's try that. Now all I have to do is click on install, and there it goes, and it goes so lightning fast. This seems to be going really quickly because this is only apparently 35 mods. But it is such a great service. Like, I'm not getting paid for them, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just talking about how this is a really good service, and it doesn't work for just Minecraft. You can use it for you can use it for anything. And just create new world. Yeah, it's great. Just new world. But it worked. Like, the reason we actually got it was because me and my brother started playing a game called Smite, which I absolutely love. There's a few videos on my channel. I always loved a Bulbasaur. Like, my Pokemon were always Bulbasaur, Typhlo, or Bulbasaur, Cyndaquil, and then Mudkip. After that, I got out of Pokemon, but I'm going to choose Bulbasaur. Oh, oh, that's so cool. Wait, how do I bring him back? How do I bring you back? Oh, I'm lagging. How do I bring you back? Oh, wow, he's kicking the shit out of everything. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Wow, there's Pokemon here I've never even heard of. Oh. Oh, I love this. I'm gonna catch you. Oh, this is so much fun. I actually love this. I might actually make videos on this. Anyway, that's how it works. Like, I'm just gonna save it and get out of this before I go crazy. But yeah, that's how it works. Like, you just find whatever mod pack you want to play, and then you download it, and it's just so convenient. Like, there's not even any crazy, like, download this, download that. It's just you download the Curse client, you come here to settings, then you go to Minecraft, and you just install the native launcher, and that's it. Then you can start downloading the mod packs, and it will all be right here in a big line. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you real quick. Hopefully this helped. And let's actually get into the tutorial of Sky City. Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Master Luna, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite mod packs, the Sky City mod pack by Feed the Beast. Now, just a few things you need to know. I actually came into this world and I thought, I like waited 3 or 4 minutes for the world to load in. Because usually when the world loads in, you get a 3x3x3 block of dirt or sand with a chest or something. Not in this mod pack, and I don't think the Sky Factory does either. For this mod pack, you get a single block of dirt. One whole beautiful block of dirt. And as you can see, I've actually tried to record this a couple of other times, but yeah, you get one block of dirt. And I'm actually going to show you how I usually start off this world. So, oh, crepes. So when you actually start off this world, you get an inventory. You get 4 books, 16 apples, 16 torches, 4 oak saplings, and 8 oak wood planks. I'm actually going to set this to, whoopsie, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to set this to survival mode, and I'm going to show you how to get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make yourself a chest, or not a chest, a crafting table. Then you can make it into crafting station if you want. Just jump in place, because you want to collect this later. Okay, so you're going to want to make some oak wood slabs, or at least that's what I do, because it gives you more surface area for the wood you have. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can do it from the bottom, so you're going to be always 1 layer down, or from the top. And I usually do it from the top because I like to have the even spacing. And you're going to place 1 sapling. Now normally this would take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes for this tree to grow. But this mod pack actually introduces a way for you to make them grow faster. However, it's not as fast as bone meal. But what you're going to do is you're going to sneak, go close, and start sneaking over and over and over. And eventually you'll see particle effects for it growing. As you can see right there, particle effects. That means it's growing faster. But that's a thing. That's an actual thing. So I'm just going to sit here and continuously, oh, well, there you have it. A tree grew from, and I swear that's what this is called. It is called twerking. And if you don't believe me, let me grab an achievement book. There it is. And it says twerk on a tree, press shift a lot. That's how you get this thing to grow. By the way, I don't know why in the version 1. What is it even? I think it's 1.10 of Sky City. They don't give you the achievement book automatically. So I'm just going to collect this wood, and I'll show you what we're doing now. There's a few mods in this game that, or in this mod pack, that make it a little bit easier to deal with things. Like there's a lot of on-hand storage, there's a lot of stuff, and there's that all leaves kind of just break apart on their own. Now what you're going to want to do is just the same thing. And I already have another actual survival world, but you're just going to want to make yourself some more planks, or slabs, and just expand your world like that. And I'm going to actually show you how you can do it evenly all the time. So you place 1 block out, and you place a block next to that. So as you go around, it will always match up perfectly. So you will always have an even platform. 2 here, 2 here, 2 there, 2 on that side. So every time you expand, you'll have an even platform. And in the achievement book, it actually wants you to expand to 21 by 21. But I like to expand a little bit further, and I like to make my platforms a lot bigger because this is supposed to be a city. And each of these sections is going to be a block, like a street block. So I'm actually going to switch over to my other world, and I will be right back. And we are back with my actual world. Now, there's a couple things I want to tell you about before we get started, and that is, 1, certain tools don't work. Like regular crafted pickaxes, shovels, and axes won't actually work. So it also works with wooden works with basically all tools except for wooden hose and swords. Like hose and swords, vanilla will always work. But if you really want to make yourself some stuff, you're going to have to make, what is it called? Tinker's Construct items. So that's just something I want you to know real quick. But for right now, I'm going to show you how to create certain things. So the first thing you're going to want to get is these little guys. They're called silkworms. And what they do is you right click leaves with them and they'll start to infest it. And they will infest an entire tree. Like if I placed one here right now, they would infest all the leaves that are connected to whatever block I put it on. So since those are connected up there, it would also infest this tree up here. But the way you get these guys is with this. A crook. And you just go around breaking leaves. And there he is. Now I'm actually going to infest this tree to show you. But what these guys will do is they will infest a tree, and as they infest it, they will start to create silk. So you're going to come back in with another one of these crooks, and you're going to break all the blocks. Now, while we're waiting on that, what they do is they will drop string. What you can use string for is to make yourself a bed. So you put 4 string together, you get 1 wool block. So you're going to need 12 pieces of wool, or 12 pieces of string to make 1 bed. But what you're actually going to want to make is this thing here, a sieve. And what this does is you can sieve dirt and gravel and other thing, and this is where all your ore is going to come from. And to make that, you need this silk mesh, and that is 9 pieces of string all put together. And just follow the recipe that was on the screen. Now, in order to make dirt, like as you can see, this is starting to turn white. It's almost done, and this has been infested as well. So we're just going to wait for these to turn completely white. In order to make more dirt, you're going to need a barrel. And to make a barrel is just 6 pieces of plank and 1 slab. And I think, yeah, with a chisel you can make them into different colors. Not that it really matters, it doesn't change anything, but they look nicer. You can match whatever theme you want. And you can use any kind of wood for this. And what this does is it does one of 2 things. Or several things, actually. So, you can either put something organic like apples, saplings, or leaves, which we're going to try to get in a minute. And you could just fill it up, and it'll start what's called composting. And what composting does is it will eventually turn this block into dirt, which you can use to make more trees, or you can sieve it, as I'm going to show you in a minute. And what sieving dirt will give you is a few things. Let me see if I can pull up the recipe. Sieving it will give you sugarcane seeds, which you're going to need sand for, and I'll show you how to make sand in a minute. Melon seeds, I don't know how to pronounce this. Acacia seeds? I think that's how you pronounce it, acacia. Regular seeds, carrot seeds, acorns, which is actually oak trees, rubber trees, which is very useful, spruce seeds, grass seeds, which makes dirt blocks into glass blocks, pumpkin seeds, stones, and these are very important for the next part, birch seeds, and potato seeds. And as he finishes, I will take that. By the way, you're always going to want to keep 3 saplings hidden somewhere on you. Or as you later progress, you could just start saving up as much saplings as you want. Because if you run out of trees, all this goes to nothing. Because you were building your entire world of one dirt block and trees. But I'm actually going to sieve this real quick just to show you how it works. So you just right click and you just hold right click and it'll sieve it. And I got stones. Now what you can use these stones for are you can actually use them as a projectile. You can throw them. Or you can use it to make cobblestone. So it's obvious what cobblestone's used for. You can make a furnace. But in here you can actually make a cheaper furnace, if you will. You're going to need 6 pieces of cobblestone, and what you're going to create is this right here, the slab furnace. Now this works the exact same as a regular furnace. It's the exact same speed, it's the exact same capacities, everything's the same, it's just smaller and cheaper. And if you do this right, you'll need 6 pieces of cobblestone, and you'll have 2 cobblestone left over to do with whatever you want. But as you can see, these are starting to work out, and as you can see, I'm getting string. Okay, so it actually occurred to me while I was viewing the recording that I never showed you the recipe for this crook. So the way you make this crook is 4 sticks like this. Yeah, as you can see, this tree is now completely white and it is spreading to the larger tree. So I think actually with just this, I'm going to continue. So you just go and you break them, and while they're infested, you also have a higher chance of getting silkworms from them. Also, understand that leaves that are not connected to anything will break very quickly on their own, as you can see right there. So I'm just going to break these real quick because for now I'm not going to need any string myself. And I find it to be really irritating that you can't use regular tools, but I also find it a lot more fun. And as you notice, I am in a hardcore world. The reason I like playing in hardcore is because I like the challenge. I like the sense of fear at all times. One mistake can end up in your entire world being destroyed. And before this update came out, I actually was playing on the 1.0.7 update, and I clocked in exactly 3 days worth of hours. So 3 straight days lost, gone. But now that I understand it a little bit better, I might be able to move faster with it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This is an extremely hard mod pack. It is extremely slow paced for the first few, I'm going to say like 4 hours. It's very slow paced. So if you don't like slow paced mod packs, you don't like mod packs where you have to work for everything, this is definitely not the mod pack for you. And the reason I'm showing you all these recipes and all how you make these things in a hardcore world is I don't want to just like show you recipes and then have you figure it out on your own. That would be stupid. I want to show you how to get all these items. I want to show where you're going to be getting them, how you're going to be using them. Because if I just showed you in a flat creative world, I would be accomplishing nothing. I show you a few recipes. Whoop-de-doo. Ta-da! Now there's another thing that these oak barrels are used for. And that is, when it rains, it will collect water for you, and each bucket or each barrel is about 1 bucket's worth of water. You're going to want to create a bucket. You're going to want to create a couple of buckets. And you're going to actually want 3 barrels before you get started. But you're going to want to make 4 barrels, or 3 barrels, 1 so that you can get clay, because if you make clay, you can get a unfired clayed bucket. And you just need a block of clay from one of these barrels, and then you can make one of these. Then you could use furnace that we're going to be making soon to fire it. And then you can put water, you can put milk, and lava. But understand that if you put lava in a clay bucket, when you place it back down, the bucket will break. Unlike when you place lava in a iron bucket, it won't break. I don't know whether I'm going to do this. I'm going to put 1 in here and place 1 dirt block down so that I can create more trees. That way I can get all my resources faster. And that's kind of the gamble you're going to have to take. Oh. That's the gamble you're going to have to take. It's either you use your resources to make more resources, or you use your resources to get a different kind of resource. So in this case, dirt is going to be used for either growing crops or trees, or you're going to be using it to get other materials like stone, seeds, stuff like that. But for now, seeds and stuff like that might be able to come later. Ooh, tree. Now there's another thing that you can do. You're going to want to create shears sometime soon. And with any kind of resource that comes up as you, like, I'm going to be breaking up gravel in a minute. So any of these resources, I believe, can become shears. Okay, so we have shiny shears, which is platinum, which I think is here. Yeah, it's right there. Platinum, bronze, which is a alloy. Invar is another alloy. Electrium, another alloy. Ferrous, which is another kind of resource. Lead, which is here. Silver, it's somewhere here. Copper, gold, diamond, stone, wood. So I'm going to create some wooden shears. Now, each block of leaf is going to give you as much towards dirt as you would get from sapling, which means you're going to be getting them even faster. And with that, if all goes well, I should get another 4 pieces of cobblestone, which means I'm going to get my furnace. Now we're just going to sieve all of this, or sift. And I have the perfect amount. Ta-da! But you can also combine your slabs to create more stone. At this point, I think I'm just going to create more dirt in order to create more trees, which is important because this entire thing is made, this entire world runs on trees. Now, another cool thing about this mod pack is that it has a mod, I'm not sure what it is, but as soon as you run out of, as soon as one resource breaks, it's replaced with another. This doesn't work for resources that once it breaks, it turns into a different item. Like the Tinker's Constructs. Once it breaks, it turns into a broken version of whatever pickaxe or axe or whatever you're using. It just turns into a different version of it. So it won't replace it. But for things that completely break and you have a different version of that resource, so if I'm using shears and those shears break, and I have a lead shears, let's say lead shears, in my inventory, it will replace whatever shears broke with that lead shears, and it won't stop me from continuing. Whoops. And this is what I was talking about when I was telling you that you could either save your resources to make more resources or use them to make different resources. Here, I'm getting tree after tree, which keeps making more and more dirt, and because they grow randomly at their own pace at this point, I don't have to wait for them. So I think actually on that note, I'm going to end the video. And I'm probably going to be cutting this into 2 parts. I'm going to actually attempt to edit this video. But if you enjoyed, please hit that like button. If you didn't like it, please hit that dislike button. It actually provides me with good feedback. You don't have to subscribe because this is completely crap. And thank you very much for sticking with me this long, if you even are sticking with me for this long. I will see you guys in the next video, and hope you guys have a great day.